Today we're going to work on morphing our boxes that we drew in 2-point perspective into different shapes that are a little bit more complex. First of all, as you are morphing 2-point perspective shapes, keep in mind and imagine carving out of the box different sections and chunks of the box. So if I want to start, I'm just going to start with a basic shape. And if I choose to carve out this edge, I'm going to choose one side of my box to work off of. I'm going to make an L shape. And I can choose to either draw the L in this side of the box or this side of the box to be the front of the letter or the shape. If you think of an L, we've got, if we just write it out, it has a vertical line and a horizontal line. Vertical lines will always stay vertical when you are using perspective. The horizontal line and any diagonals will be the exception and will change. So if I want to create a block letter L in this side, I'm going to have it drawn right here. So I need a vertical line. Normally I would need a horizontal line, but that looks a little strange. The reason why is because all of your horizontal lines in 2-point perspective are not horizontal. They should go to either the vanishing point 1 or vanishing point 2. So let's start with morphing our first shape into an L. I'm going to draw a vertical line, and that ends around here to make the letter the same thickness. And then what I'm going to do is match up with vanishing point 1. I'm going to mark it, vanishing point 1, with that edge, and I'm going to continue drawing the bottom of the L. You see how that looks more realistic in space because it gets larger in the corner that's facing us. Now, it's as if I carved this section away, so I can start erasing any corners that I got rid of. But now I'm left with an L that looks like I don't have the top or the side of the L anymore. So what you'll do is on this side of the box, you will take those edges and go to vanishing point 2. For the top edge of this shape, I'm going to mark vanishing point, hold my pencil there to hold the place, to hit the ruler, move it up to the corner, and draw. This is the left side of the L, this is the right side. Here's the bottom still. Now I need to complete this side. Pencil at the vanishing point, match the ruler up, move it up to the corner, and draw. Now, you'll see on this side, what I have is still a corner that looks like a regular box on this side. But really what I did with the box was carve out a section like this. What I have to do is whatever happens on this part of the box needs to happen down on the other end of the box as well. So because this section of the box is long and this part is shorter, this part will be long, but this part will not be as long. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy this line and move it down right here. So now I don't have my back corner on the right. So here is the left side of the L. This is this side of this long skinny part of the L. This is the bottom. This is the right side of this short part. And we can't see the top of this because it's above eye level. Let's try it with something else. If I want to carve, let's say I want to carve a little box out of this shape. I'm going to take this corner off and carve it away. What you can do is draw your vertical line. Remember, vertical lines always stay vertical. But your horizontal line, this line, which is more of a diagonal, it should go, it wouldn't make sense to go to this vanishing point, so it has to go to vanishing point 2. Match up your ruler, mark it with this corner, and draw. So I carved away this corner and got rid of it. And now I have to problem solve, how do I finish this corner? If I took this chunk off, I would still be able to see the bottom of this piece because I can see the bottom of this piece. But first, I need to shorten this bottom section. Since I carved this away, it's gone. I need to take my vanishing point, match up the ruler with it, go to the new corner that I carved away, and draw the line or orthogonal to the vanishing point. So now I can see that I got rid of this line. Here is the right side of this little section and the bottom of it. I should be able to see the bottom of this section. So I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to go from this corner to the vanishing point. Pencil, ruler to the vanishing point. Rotate it, pivot it up to the corner of your shape, and draw. Now, when you hit the main side of the shape, stop, because that goes behind the box. So now we have the right side of the shape. The left side, nothing happened to that side because it's still solid, but I have a smaller bottom section here and a smaller bottom section here. The formula is always the same. It just looks a little bit different from shape to shape. If I were to morph a shape on the bottom, I would see a new top side of it. Nothing on the bottom would be affected from our view because you can't see it. If I carve, I'm going to carve a U shape out of this, and maybe I'll add an extra U shape. So if I just imagine what my shape would look like, maybe it will be a W, sort of like a W, a little different. My vertical lines are going to be vertical. So I'm going to choose one side of your shape to work with and focus on that shape side first. I'm going to start with drawing my vertical lines to cut my shape up. Vertical here. If I want this to be cut, normally, if I'm looking at this shape face on, it would look something like this. So because this is a horizontal line, I need to draw it to vanishing point 2. This is a vertical line, so I keep it vertical. This is another vertical line. Keep it vertical. This, since it would be horizontal, if I was looking at the shape front on, it goes to vanishing point 2. Now, what I did was I cut apart this shape here, and I cut off this corner, which now we would be able to see the green box behind it, but that's okay. Now, what happens is the new tops of all my shapes have to go to a vanishing point in all the corners. Which vanishing point should it go to? I'm looking at this side of the box, and I can see the left side of this box. So all of my vanishing points are going to go to the left vanishing point. or vanishing point 1. Now I'm going to erase this gap in between. Even these corners should go to my vanishing point. And then when you hit the shape, you stop. When you hit the shape, you stop. This looks completed. This is the front, the right side. This is the top. This is the top of this bottom section. This is the left side of this block here. This is the left side of this pillar here, but it doesn't end. You see how it goes on and it goes into the background? What we have to do at this corner, all we have to do to finish this shape is to draw a vertical line down. Now you can see this part is angled to the vanishing point and it goes vertical straight down. This one as well. Work through morphing simple shapes first, and then you can move on to letters and maybe even some curved letters. The formulas are pretty much the same, but it takes some focus and concentration to be able to see how shapes and letters are morphed. You can use this guide to help you if you're looking to create letters, and just observe how the letters were created. The front of the letter is on one side of the box, and it's carved out, and then the other sides of the letters go to one of the vanishing points. Remember that your line should always be vertical, or they should go to the vanishing point, one of the vanishing points. You should never have a line that has no direction. There are some exceptions, and with curved shapes you have exceptions as well, but for the most part you should only have 3 types of lines: vertical, or a line that goes to vanishing point 1, or a line that goes to vanishing point 2. Have fun problem solving and creating some awesome complex 2-point perspective art.